How is this game 10 years old? That's weird. But hi, everyone. We're going to be playing some Sonic Unleashed tonight. Both versions, as the title implies. I just got to throw up the link on Twitter, then on Discord. As you may have figured out from my intro, this game turned 10 today, and that's super weird. Like, this game doesn't feel like it should be 10 years old at all, but somehow that's just how time passes, I guess. And, can't say I'm complaining about getting to play this game. We're not doing a serious, like, story stream or anything. We're not going to be going through everything. We're actually going to be going through, both versions of the game a little bit. I'm going to show off the 360 version and the Nintendo Wii version. First, we're going to be doing the 360 version. These are both going to be, like, completed save files, like my old save files from back in 2008, 2009, when I was completing these games for the first time. Why does it tell me to go to Eggman Land? I don't want to go to Eggman Land. I'm not doing that. I mean, we will go to Eggman Land, maybe. But, if I go to Eggman Land, it's going to be, like, the last thing we do. So, Sonic Unleashed. There's a whole lot to say about it. I'm going to wait until I have some active viewers before I start, like, getting super chatty about it, but there's a lot to say about both versions of these games. We're gonna basically go in well, order of quality, in my opinion. We're gonna start with the good version, which is this version. Then we'll go to the still good but not quite as good version, which is the Wii version, and then probably end up. No, I don't want to talk to you. Get out of here. I'm trying to get to whatever's back there. There's nothing back there. All right. So, I'll be honest, I have not played either version of Unleashed in a ridiculously long time. At least not seriously. I mean, I launched it the other day to gather some stock footage, but I don't really count that. I want to homing attack the priest guy. That's funny. Just because of the sounds they make such odd sounds. That is a desperate sound. So this is one of the hub worlds. These are not in the Wii version, so I am going to show them off in this version. Doesn't this game look great for 2008? Like, even by today's standard, it looks good, but man, for 2008, this was almost unfairly nice looking. I don't think it's the best looking game in the series. It's a very common opinion that it is the best looking of all time. I'd say Forces is a better looking game, even if I prefer this game's art style, because it's very unique. And get some boost energy because I can. Yeah, but this game has hub worlds, and I've seen people say these are either some of the best or worst in the series. I'm somewhere in the middle, personally. I actually like hub worlds in Sonic games. I think they can add to the experience when they're good, which I think these ones aren't. But I don't think they're awful or anything. I don't think the controls are super conducive, or at least the daytime controls. We will get to that in a bit. The daytime controls aren't super conducive to this sort of style of gameplay that the hub worlds exhibit, where you're sort of just moving slowly around and doing stuff. When things get a little faster paced in the levels, though, these controls are not perfect. They got tweaked and improved over time in some of the other games. Other than the DS version of Colors, this might be the first time we're touching the boost formula on stream on the channel, which is actually kind of interesting. I want to break the boxes. Well, I technically did. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait until we get a little more in terms of active viewers, and then we're gonna start screwing around with it. I don't know how well the stream's actually gonna do, because I'm more doing it just because I really wanted to play Unleashed, and the game turned 10 today. That's so weird. At least to me, like, that's genuinely very, very odd. Oh no, you're good, Mason. But yeah, this game is... I can't believe it's as old as it is. Also, Green Hill Paradise Act 2 is super good. I'm trying to decide. Should I do a stream for the Sonic hacking contest this year? I'm leaning towards yes. You know, if you want to be great, Mason, you could throw a link up in the Discord so I don't have to do it myself, because I don't think I did it yet. It just saves me, like, 3 seconds of hassle. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it's slightly easier that way for me. Let's go into a level. This is the tutorial stage, which, oh no, I want to do Act 1. Where's Act 1? I actually don't know where Act 1 is located in here. Man, the hub worlds are stupid. We're going back to the village, and then I'm gonna... I think I might have it... you don't need to ping anyone. If people are in it and they see it, that's cool. If not, like, I'm not gonna bother people with it. If they want a notification about it, they'll have notifications turned on. Either for there or for on the channel. So don't worry about pinging anyone. Just post a link to it. And put it in, like, the general chat. And we're gonna return to the world map so I can properly show off the game as it's intended to be seen, which is the levels. I am going to show off the werehog a bit, but, like, I'm not going out of my way for it. This is my original save file. I've only ever done, like, 2 complete playthroughs of this game in my entire life, and that was a long time ago. My best time on this level is 0 seconds, because there's a glitch. If you just restart the stage ready to hit the goal ring, you can get 0 seconds, but it's actually not enough to get an S rank in this level. I've never gotten an S rank in the tutorial level. We're not going to play through every level. I say that. We probably will, actually, because Unleashed, if you just play through the daytime levels, is super short, but incredibly fun. I really do love this game to death in a lot of ways. But I haven't really played most of it in a long time. Like, I'd say the last time I played through, like, every level in one sitting, it was, like, 1.5 years, 2 years ago. I pop it in occasionally. There are certain levels that I still go back to all the time. But, like, in general, this isn't one of the first Sonic games I play. Not because I dislike it. I really, really like it, actually. I'm not sure why. It's just not one I go back to as often, even though I hold it in very high regard. Probably because if I'm playing... to play through it is kind of a chore for me. Like, I think it's a better game than Forces, but I would play through Forces before this one just because I think Forces' low points are higher than this game's low points, even though this game's highs are so much higher. Yeah, that was actually apparently a really bad run. I don't know what was bad about it. I have Sonic maxed out in terms of levels. Not the werehog. The werehog, which we'll get to in a bit, is not as impressive as Sonic is. Let's go to a random level. Let's go to, Missouri. I like Missouri a lot. This song is... The song of this level is a remix of the credits theme to the Master System version of Sonic 1. And I'm, like, super impressed by that for some reason. I always thought that was really cool, because I love the 8-bit version of Sonic 1. I think it's a great game. Also, fair warning, for some reason on my 360, this game does have a tendency to randomly, like, lock on loading. It's not common, but if it happens, I'll fix it. Obviously, I'll just reset. But, just a fair warning. And then, we're going to be streaming this until around midnight to 12:30, somewhere in that ballpark. It's Eastern Standard Time, because that's where I'm at. Probably a little closer to the 1:30 mark, maybe a little later than that even. I'm not sure yet. But, I don't know why I air dashed there, because it didn't do me any good. Nope, didn't do much good at all, now did it? I haven't played Unleashed in so long, even though I knew that was a mistake the second I did it. I love the level design of this game. It is very, very focused on run, forward, and boost. But it gets really challenging. That's the thing people don't seem to give this game credit for. It's the only, like, kind of difficult boost game, and I think that's dope. Ironically, it's not the game I'd recommend starting this formula with. Oh, no, Mason, you're fine. Seriously, it's fine. You don't have to sit through the whole stream. Just joining it all is super helpful. Gets those used up. I should have jumped for the rainbow ring, but that's okay. But no, the later levels get pretty difficult, which is a good thing in my book, because I like challenging my games. And again, we are playing this with a completed save file, so I do have, like, the Lightspeed dash, the air dash, or air boost, rather. So... Sonic is pretty maxed out. We can take certain shortcuts that I'll probably not take anyway because I'll forget about them because I haven't played through this game in forever. There was a time where this was like my primary Sonic game to play. It was a long time too. I remember liking this game a lot more than like even Colors for a while. Yeah, this game turned 10 today, so we're celebrating that with a stream of both versions. Around halfway through, I'll switch to the switch over to the Wii version. We're going to play through probably every daytime level and not most, but some of the nighttime levels. Like 1 or 2 from each version, just to show off. What's probably going to happen is we'll go through the game. We'll go through most of, not all of Modern Sonic's main levels, not like Act 2 and stuff, because those are always really bad. Here in the Xbox version, then we'll switch over to the Wii version, and then we'll switch back and do Eggman Land on this version to wrap it up. No promises that I'll actually finish Eggman Land because, you know, I don't have an eternity, but the M-Speed glitch. I know it exists. I don't know how to do it. I used to know how to do it. It's like, I forget how to do it at all. I never actually tried it. I just remembered it was a thing that everyone else did. The timing on the jumpy things is different in this game than some of the other Sonic games. How did I miss that? No, Sonic, go the other way. Oh my god, I hate you so much, Sonic. Sonic? Sonic, can you not, please? Screw it, we're going this way. This game's got a huge following nowadays, I have noticed. It seems like for a younger generation, this is like the equivalent of the adventure games in terms of being like people's first Sonic game. It's important to me just for being the game that made me get faith in the series back. Homing attack, thank you for glitching me through the thing. That's exactly what I wanted. Well, that one was on me. This section used to trip me up really badly as a kid. It doesn't really now, I say, as I screw it up. But that's just me getting reacclimated to playing this after playing, like, Forces, and, I'm out of boost. After playing through games like Forces and Generations, which have the same controls but operate very differently, especially in the case of, like, Forces, which is the one I've played the most of recently, due to recording it for a video, and having to do... I had to play through the game, basically the equivalent of playing through the game twice in order to get enough footage of everything. I'm so used to having the boost. I'm trying to boost and I can't, and it's not going super well for me. I should have beaten this like 8 minutes ago. There we go. We should be good to beat the level now, assuming the homing attack cooperates. There we go. Good. That's what I was trying to do the first time. You just mash the button there, you usually go pretty quickly. This is the game that made me learn the Xbox 360's controller layout. Yeah, sure, why not, Mason? I don't care. It's whatever. Just don't spam it. And yeah, one of the better 3D Sonic games in a lot of ways, I think. I'm agreeing with everyone in chat. Actually, let's go and do Act 2 of, Apatos, which is a good level. I mean, I'm going to talk a lot about, like, my backstory with this game, because this is one of the few... This is the first game where I actually saw the anniversary today and was like, oh my god, I feel old. That's the first time that's ever happened for me with a game. Like, other games I see, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. But this game, like, oof. 10 years today. Well, yeah, today still, because it's only, like, 10. That's ridiculous, because I was playing this game, not at launch, it was about a month later, because I got it for Christmas. Because I was so hateful about how awful 06 was, and then I got this, and I was like, I wanted it, but I didn't have enough faith in it being good to, like, ask for it at launch or anything. I was like, I'll get it for Christmas. And I had only had a 360 for, like, 2 months at that point, so I got this, and I was just blown away by everything about it, especially the visuals at the time, which still hold up remarkably well. I will say, I think Forces is probably the better-looking game, in my opinion. But, like, this level I still have memorized. I played it so much. I think Wind Waker's a good way to compare this game's reception. Yeah, you're not wrong there. Let's see if I can still time this one boost jump. Yeah! Well, I didn't time it perfectly, because you should clip into the rail, but... Whoa, how did I hit the spike? I totally made that. Oof. Many, many oof. No S rank for me, I guess. But no, this game is super, super important to me, like, on a personal level, because it made me kind of retain faith in the series whenever it was totally crushed by 06. I was mad about that game. But then this came out, and it was, like, not all better, because the Werehog, I do not think the Werehog's good. And, like, in terms of its design, I think he's dumb and weird. And gameplay-wise, I think it's, like, functional, I guess, but, like, so incredible. Sonic, why did you turn around? Okay. So incredibly unnecessary. Like, the game would have been fine if it was just shorter, but more fun. You know, like Colors did it. Like, in terms of the boost games, I actually do rank this game a little lower than most, just because in terms of... If it was just the daytime levels, it would actually rank second. Generations would be my favorite. This would be my second in terms of just the boost gameplay. followed by, I don't know if I like Forces are probably better in terms of its boost stuff. There's a glitch here we can just infinitely ascend, and then you can blast off into the 2D section in 3D and fall through things, but didn't want to do that. I think it's really cool how this game is like the modern, like, teenager equivalent of the adventure games for me, or Sonic 2 for like the 90s kids. I mean, I'm technically a 90s kid, but like, I don't remember the 90s. But yeah. It was a terrible round of the level. Yeah, no, that's pretty much how I felt about this game's Werehog stuff after after Boom came out. It made me appreciate the fact that at least this game's combat mechanics were combat mechanics and not just boring nonsense. What did I want to do next? I don't remember. Can I S-rank Act 2? Yeah, I didn't mean to enter the village, but I guess I'll show the village now that I have active viewers. Since this is one of the big things I've unleashed, Sonic World Adventure, as it's known overseas, well, I think just in Japan, but still, this was one of the gimmicks, was the hub worlds, and they suck because you move really slow. I didn't want to talk to you, boy. Don't look at me like that ever again. But, yeah, no, I can totally S-rank Act 2. I can S-rank some of the levels in this game without even thinking about it. If I didn't die, that would have been an S-rank run. I'm like 90% sure. Let's find out. I mean, I have done it, but I haven't played, again, for the most part, I don't play Unleashed super often. It's like one of those games where I just play a lot of, I played a lot of the daytime levels for a really long time, but over time, it just sort of fell to the wayside for me. It's kind of like Heroes for me, where, like, I really like it, and I know it like the back of my hand to an extent, but, I don't play it as often as I used to. Partially because I love Sonic to death. I don't play Sonic as obsessively as I used to just because I've gotten introduced. I'm going to restart because I want to do this stage better. Sonic World DX. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I mean, I'm guessing it's a fan game, judging by the name. Well, I know what Sonic World is. So if it's, like, based off of Sonic World, then that would tend to be a good indicator. Where's my good boy? There he is. This little weird... This pelican who gives you a Nazi salute. He's good. He's a good boy. Wonder if I can still S-rank after stopping for the pelican. Kinda doubt it, but we can still try, damn it. I do like the fact that you can homing attack the, egg boyos. They're not egg pawns in this game. I forget what they're called. Egg knights, maybe? Something like that. I don't remember. But, they will fly into each other, and it's hilarious because they will kill each other. And that's the Havoc engine, the physics engine that this game uses. Most Sonic games use it after this point. Colors didn't, but Generations did. 06 relied on it. That's how the Silver the Hedgehog gameplay worked at all, was through the Havoc physics engine, which is a very good engine when utilized right. It wasn't utilized right here. But yeah. But yeah, I used to speedrun a lot of the levels of this game, like all the time, so I should be able to S-rank this. And if I can't, then, well, I look like a fool, and that's pretty much the norm, so I'm okay with it. This game did let you get a ridiculous amount of rings all the time, which I thought was hilarious at the time as a kid, and still kind of do. I'd say other than stopping for Seagull Boy, this is probably a better run than the first one was, because I didn't die. And that's usually a good sign. I don't actually know the fastest way through here. I usually just try and go to the right as much as possible, because it's how I've played since I was a kid. Sonic, crawl to the rescue, because this game lets Sonic crawl for reasons. And, you don't actually need to homing across those guys. You can just boost jump, but I kind of forgot. I do think this game did a great job with what it was trying to do, in terms of the modern Sonic gameplay, especially visually. Like, aesthetically, this game is near flawless. But, like, I'd be lying if I said it was perfect, because it's not. It's just very, very good. in a lot of ways and then kind of mixed in others. It's a strange one. Hey, Angel, what's up? I don't have Werehog maxed out. It's funny. I don't know why I think it's funny. 10 years and I still never bothered. Of the same save file, mind you. I have not changed my save. This is my original one from 2008. I've played through the game since then a few times, but this is my original save file. We're going to wait to go to the Werehog because he sucks. I loves me some E-rank music. It's funny. That's the only reason. It just makes me laugh. Turn to world map. Suggestions for next daytime level to tackle, people? I'm down for whatever. Just you guys pick. I don't really care. Except for Eggman Land, because A, it's not a daytime level, and B, no. So then we'll just look at this very strange looking globe. So far we did both acts of Apatow and Missouri. Atabat? That'll go poorly. Alright. Music-wise, I do think it is absolutely fair to say I didn't know I got an S rank on this level at some point. I genuinely didn't know that. Okay, so we're going to go Atabat, then we're going to go Spagonia. Sounds good to me. The music is better in Spagonia Night than it is in Spagonia Day. I do agree. I think the nighttime tracks for Rooftop Run are amazing. This level is super good. It's hard. And that's part of why I like it. I like the fact this game actually does get pretty challenging. I love the quick step as a mechanic, and this game has the best version of it, I think. They botched it really badly in Forces. Like, I don't even know how they managed it. You can just short hop a lot of this stuff. Can I make it back up, please? Nope. Okay. Bye, Sonic. I love dying there. It's really funny. This is a really fun level, though, whenever you get it right. Actually, at that point, why don't we just restart? It's like 30 seconds. I'm not going to, like, restart a lot at the time because these levels are actually really long for Sonic levels. I would take the same paths through the levels. That's rip in peace Sonic. Okay. But no, this is a very challenging stage, and I'm a big fan of it. This first second's not hard. I'm just not paying much attention to the game as I probably should, because this is one of those things you got to give it your 100%. See when I can jump back up. I'm pretty good at this game, guys, don't you think? Ugh. Look at the aliasing on Sonic. It's gross. But no, this level is like... I didn't beat Unleashed for a pretty long time as a kid. It took me a while. Like, I'd say it took me a good, like, 5 months. Partly because I just got distracted by replaying the daytime stages over and over again. I'm trying to remember the layouts as best as I can, because, again, it's been forever. Like, levels like this, I don't go back to, and I'm just going by muscle memory here, but it seems to be serving me all right thus far. I know there's a point where you got to jump. I was trying to make it into those. Oh, God. That went very poorly. I'm so good at video games. Okay. See, like, my brain remembers what to do-ish, because, again, I haven't played these in forever. Like, I don't know the last time I played through Jungle Joyride. And I don't think I've ever taken the lower path since maybe my first playthrough, so I'm at a loss down here. Okay, it's pretty much the same. It's not bad. Yeah, this isn't going to be an all S-rank run. If you can't tell, it has been a while. I love the fact that Unleashed actually dares to be difficult, you know? Like, that's super good. It's not, like, broken or anything. It's never, like, unfair. It really tests your reaction time, and that's dope. Like, it should, because it's Sonic. Why not? If I remember what... God. Frame rate, please, frame rate. Sonic? Really? Is that how you're going to play it? Oof. Homing attack, please. It's been too long since I've played this level. We're going to restart one more time, and I'm going to, like, give it my all and, like, not read chat and not pay attention to that because I'm going to do well. I say that, but then I like reading chat and interacting, so I will get distracted by it. Well, oof, as they say in the old country. The fact that anyone's still watching is impressing me. No, it has been a while since I've played this game. I used to play this game like all the time, like literally daily. Even after Generations came out, I like swapped between them because to me I was like, which one's better? Now I'm like, Generations is very clearly better, but that's only my opinion. Obviously, you guys are entitled to your own opinions. a big fan of how popular this game's getting, because I do think it deserves it. Like, it's so ambitious, and I feel like IGN at the time was like, garbage game, worse than Sonic 06, 4.5 out of 10, and I'm like, okay, IGN, like, you can do that, that's fair. It's wrong, but you can do that. Meant to jump there. Cool. But no, like, I remember whenever I first got this level and I was amazed by it, and now I get to it and I'm like, my poor 360 is probably gonna red ring again. I never got this moon medal, huh? I think I've always jumped in homing attack to that. I could be boosting here, but like, not with how I've been performing so far. I actually do like the grinding in the boost games. I think the quick step mechanic makes grinding pretty fun. This is the frame rate stuff I'm talking about. I was originally going to do Unleashed Project, which is a Generations mod. A very, very good one. I think it was the first true overhaul mod for the game. But this would be running at 60 FPS and looking great. Instead it's running at, I don't know, like 10 to 15, if that. And it's not so great. This section's super cool. It's just like, again, the performance is like slideshow-esque. It's a big part of why I think Forces is the better looking game, because like it runs at a smooth 60, and this game like tries to run at 30, but it's on a 360, which is not powerful enough to try and run these graphics. Like, this looks like an early gen Xbox One game, not like a 360 thing. I always like these robots. In the Wii version, they kind of get annoying because they're like a long, tedious boss fight. But here they're not. Here they just sort of do their thing. I am locked. It wouldn't let me quick step. That was weird. This 2D section that comes up soon is actually pretty difficult. If I remember, it might be soon. I think it's after this water section. There's a pretty tricky 2D section, which is cool because, like, why not be difficult? Like, I am in favor of that. Like, this game's difficulty is actually, like, one of its strongest suits to me personally. Oh, God. I also love the freedom of this water running section. Like, again, it'd be better with a better frame rate, but it really does give you a lot of room for experimentation. Like, no matter what, as long as you're remotely competent, you should survive those. Unless the frame rate shits the bed and you can't see what you're doing, which happens all the time. Look, they brought back the panels from Sonic Adventure 1, except they made them into QuickTime events, which I'm, like, actually super into. That's dope. This 2D section I used to think was really hard. Alright, it wasn't actually hard. It gets hard, I think. Or I could just be nuts. Like, it's very possible I'm completely wrong, and it's short and easy. Nope, I remember this is where it gets kind of annoying. Oh. Maybe it's not that bad, and I'm just crazy because I was always trying to speedrun everything, even when I sucked at it. I do have some, not so much complaints about the controls. Like, there are minor complaints. I think the jump has a little bit of a delay, which is kind of annoying. For obvious reasons, the quick step just didn't work there, which is really gross and annoying. But, no, Sonic, jump. Guess we're crawling. Whoa, did you guys see that? Sonic was just a head and feet. That was weird. The homing attack is mapped to the boost button in this game. This is the only game where the homing attack is mapped to the boost button. It is the only game like that for a reason. It is very annoying. Because it can make you occasionally misfire a homing attack. And if it had an air dash, which is early in the game, it would have been non-lethal. But oh yeah, no, Unleashed Project is great. We are for sure doing Unleashed Project on the channel sooner rather than later, if I had to guess. I just don't know when. Again, it was going to be tonight, but I'm going to have to run a fresh install on Generation before I can run any kind of mods, which is fine. Like, I don't mind. It'll take, like, a minute. It's just, I didn't feel like, just in case my internet wanted to crap out on me, I didn't want to do it and then have to stream it, and, you know, it would have been annoying. So I'll do it on my own time, but that is going to be a thing we do on the channel for sure. I want to start getting into mods. I own Forces and Lost World and Generations on Steam. At some point, I'll probably get Mania, like, sooner rather than later. Next time it's on sale. Whoa, what happened? Oh, cool, Sun Metal. That went well, I guess. I hate the frame rate of this game so much. Like, again, that's a very legitimate criticism I have with this game. Its performance is very subpar. Like, now it's running fine. And I like this area because there's some actual platforming. These homing attack sections make me really tense. I love homing attack sections. But, didn't love that one. Wonder what ranking we got there. Cool, I got an S rank. Happy, everyone? Let's see what I missed in chat. Scroll up a little bit. Explain Unleash project. Yep, that sounds about right. Well, we got an S rank, which I legitimately didn't expect. Look how far I need to update, like, a lot. Like, I've barely done any upgrading on the Werehog because I, like, never go back to play as him because he sucks. And honestly, upgrade the combat and the strength. That's all you need to do. Everything else, just, it's button mashing. Who cares? Let's see. Rooftop Run is next, if I recall. Another very, very good level. I prefer the Generations version. I will get to Spagonia Night, actually. It's probably going to be the nighttime level I choose for this version because I don't like the nighttime levels, but I want to do some. All right, Mason. We'll see you around next time, I'm sure. You can always watch the archive to catch up if you want to, if you feel so inclined for some reason. We missed the shortcut, but it doesn't really matter because the shortcut doesn't really do much. As long as we hit this shortcut, we're good. Yeah, this level was like my favorite for a really long time, and then the Generations version, in my opinion, the Generations version of this level is perfect boost level design. It's exactly what this level design, like this gameplay style should have. But in general, I'm a huge fan of Rooftop Run. I think it's fantastic stuff. And I think most people seem to agree. This is a very, very popular level. In both the Wii and... Oh my god. I've never had that happen before. That was hilarious. In both the Wii and 360 versions, this level is hugely popular with people. And partially blame the music, partially blame the visuals, partially blame the fact that it's just very, very fun to run through very quickly. Which basically summarizes Unleashed in a nutshell, I think. It is a whole lot of hold X to win, I guess, but that's okay. Like, who doesn't love that a little bit? In the Generations version of this level, you jump there to get a shortcut. I legitimately got confused. But there's a lightspeed dash thing here, so that's always good. This is a very good diving section, except for the pop-in, which happens in this and in Generations, if I recall. I'm never sure, like, the point of the free-falling sections. They're good. They're cool. I dig them. But, like, do they really contribute much? Get the last home attack, boy, who cares? I hate these automated running sections here. They slow you down for no real reason. Like, you have to level up Sonic speed throughout the game. It doesn't make a massive difference. Like, he's still fast no matter what you do. But, like, it is a notable difference. Also, drifting in this game barely works. I hate the drifting in this game. But, I still think Generations perfected this gameplay, and then Forces was like, let's do colors, but without the limitations of the Wii, thus making it completely unnecessary. So I think Colors is still, like, the second best boost game, but it's not perfect. And a lot of the issues I have with it are completely down to the hardware. If you jump here, Sonic will run on thin air, and then his controls get all messed up for a little bit. It's funny. That was good. Yeah, I love me some Havoc Engine in this game, though. It's funny, because, you know, the enemies just plow into each other, and it's super satisfying, and it works very well. And enemies that are required to homing attack over do not respond to the physics engine at all. They just explode like those, which, again, thank God, this would be unplayable otherwise. You can boost here, which I used to always do, but, like, why? This is, like, the level I have most memorized in the game, probably. It's so good. And that's the only quick time event in the game I have memorized, because some of them are, like, random, some of them aren't. This grinding section's really cool. They have it in the Wii version, too, but it's, like, really lame. Wonder how it's going to be going back to the Wii version. We're playing with a Classic Controller Pro when I get to, which I've never done before. Ooh, I didn't jump there. I gotta take the slightly lower path. It took, like, a full extra second. Oh, no. Sonic has some really good balance because he runs on like really thin roof edges in this game. Oh, it's usually XX. That's lame. Oh well. The Wii version of Unleashed is still a good game, but like, I don't know. When these games first came out, I preferred the Wii version because I hated metal collecting because I didn't like exploring with this gameplay style. I didn't think it fit, and I still feel that way. I think it's a bad progression system that legitimately holds the game back. Oh, this is happening again. That's not good. We're gonna actually have to exit the stage. When this happens, it hard locks my Xbox. So right at the end, I'm gonna have to reset. This hard locked my Xbox last time it happened. I guess we'll never see the result screen here. Oh no. Hedgehog Engine does this sometimes. I think it's if you're going like past a certain speed. It might be my Xbox. Could be the disc having an issue. I don't know. But this happens sometimes, and right here we have to exit the stage. Otherwise, it will crash my Xbox. I think it just crashed my Xbox anyway. It did. So my Xbox just crashed. Okay. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to fix that. Because that wasn't supposed to happen. I'm not surprised that it happened, because it happens only on this level, which sucks. This is the best level in the game. So let's just fix that real quick. I'll just restart that console real quick. I'll play some music in the background while we wait. My Xbox is still frozen. Huh. Oh, there it goes. Well, that's fun. Let's just get that started back up real quick. Obviously was not what I was hoping would happen, but I'm not at all surprised. And the reason I have the thumbnail up is because like personal email and stuff gets displayed on a 360 home screen, so I don't want that up and on stream. Just gotta reconnect controller. This is the sort of stuff that just happens on stream and you can't really stop it or predict it. It's always good. Shouldn't have any issues with the Wii version. But we should be good now. I'm just gonna leave the music playing. There we go. I did have music and like the error thing queued up just in case that was to happen. And sure enough it did. So no more Rooftop Run, I guess. At least not the daytime version. For now at least. This doesn't have a lot of damage or anything, so it's probably my console, but no idea. We're back, and what's the next level? You know what? You guys asked for it. Let's do Spagonian Night. It'll be the only night level we do. Yes, that is a bad time. Because I don't much like these levels, and I probably haven't actually played this level in, like, years. It's probably been since, like, 2008 or 2009 that I've played this level. So, that's okay. Da, 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 da. Yep, there it is. So the, Werehog is pretty dumb and bad. I think, like, I don't hate him. I know a lot of other people seem to really be a fan. Yeah, not me. Not in terms of design, not in terms of gameplay, not in terms of... Almost in terms of music, except for da-da-da-da. It's a good song, but it plays all the time. The power of the charged, like, long punch cannot be overstated. It's so good. He wants me to use my, one ability on him, but I just don't want to do it, so they're dead. I don't even know if we're going to beat the level, because if it goes on for more than like 8 minutes, I'm just going to quit. I'm not a fan of this stage. Did I not get the vinyl on this level? I don't know where it is. That's a sun medal. It'd be great if there was more than like one track. The best move in the game is that punch. It pretty much one-shots like 99% of enemies, so it gets a lot of use. Ah, they're still spawning. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the nighttime stuff, like at all. Ooh, my right analog stick's nub is starting to come off. I might have to replace the stick soon. That's gross. On my 360 controller. I didn't realize that was happening. It happens naturally. There's not much you can do about it. My old 360 controllers never had that. They just had other issues, but this one's dumb and has that happen. So I'll have to spend a whole like couple dollars on a new set of sticks for my 360 controller. And I have to install them. That'll take like a solid minute or two. Yeah, I pretty much do this throughout most of the combat in this game because it's like super duper effective. That's a little super effective. It's a little Pokemon lingo for you Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee fans. Yeah, I'm not super creative when it comes to the combat in this game. I don't think most people are. This is not fun. Like, I'm sorry. I never thought it was fun. I'm not sure why people defend this so much. It is boring. Like, I guess, is it better than Sonic Boom? Yeah, but, like, better than Sonic Boom does not make it good. That's something I think people don't seem to understand. It's always the argument I see, and I'm like, who cares if it's not worse than a terrible game? Although this walk cycle's pretty good. I'll give them credit there. It's funny. I have to try and remember where the stupid things go. This is basically the equivalent of finding the stupid stones in SA1. Ah, cool. Because they function the same and they float into place, and it's all dope and good. I like adventure references, and again, this game was basically SA3, or at least it was intended to be, and then it wasn't at all, and then it started the boost gameplay that ultimately ended in Forces. So, you know, although the quick step showed up in Sonic Boom, so that's pretty cool. I know, we gotta push a barrel. And then all these guys spawn because the game's tedious and boring and only has one music track for like a full like 2/3 of the game, because the majority of your time is spent as the werehog. Like way more than should be. Like, why do people think this is good? It's not even the combat's bad. It's functional. But like, does anyone want to do this? Apparently people want to do it, but I don't get it. Hi, Shattuck. Shadek. Whichever. You can tell me in the chat if you'd like to. Just playing some werehog and being bored out of my mind because it's what the werehog does for me. It just sort of disinterests me until it's over. A lot of people like the werehog. I just don't understand it, is more what I'm saying. Not that I don't think it's a valid opinion. It totally is. Oh my god, please just let me progress. Get out of here. Thank God for the charged Y button punch, like for real. It's just so broken. Shattuck, cool. Makes sense because, you know, Shadow and Sonic. I'm guessing that's where it comes from. So, especially since your character has shades of Shadow in his design. Oh no, a big guy. Activate Unleashed mode and then just tap one button. There is a pretty fun number of combos. Like, I'll give the combat credit. It does some stuff pretty well. It's just like, I don't know. I don't hate it. I still really like Unleashed. It's not like dissing on the game, but I can't understand why people argue like that the game as a whole is perfect. You can love it. You can think the werehog's great, but like, it doesn't mean I have to get it. Yep, I know. Pretty predictable stuff. At least there's some really fun moves like the charging Y button thing where you just like attack with a barrage of slashes. It's useful. I'm trying to attack the enemy that isn't dead yet. There we go. Haha, I punched him first. Yeah, and again, if this goes on for like another couple minutes, I'm just gonna switch to daytime level again because again, I just, oof. Yeah, mods on 360 suck. Because you have to JTAG your console or whatever. which I don't even know anyone who does that anymore. I mean, I could always run it on an emulator, but I'm not emulating. Plenty of respect for people who do emulate and who do mod. There are some really cool mods for 06 and stuff. Remember the good old days of the Mel Pronto, Pele the Beloved Dog videos. Those were like the best things ever at the time. But, you know, now I crave bigger and better things in my mods, like being able to do them without destroying a console. Where do I need to go? I'm fine with these parts, just exploring and platforming around, but then this happens, and it's like, exactly, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's not the music. I actually really like the track. I'm using it to sort of symbolize the combat mechanics, since I don't think they're super good. That's a good move, though. I do like the pile driver move. There's like this whole quick time event thing you can do that you pretty much have to do at early levels to kill enemies because you can't really break through their blocks. Once you get to later levels, you just sort of run into them and mash Y and then hold in the Y button for the ones that are blocking, and yeah, it's just a whole lot of the same over and over again. Like, this is probably the most useful move in the game, is running and doing this. Well, I don't think any emulator can run Unleashed very well right now, other than like that PS3 emulator does it. Not acceptably well, but like it will be eventually. Man, this just takes forever. Like, so long. There's so much tedium. This track is amazing, though. Like, the music is so good. You just never get to hear it because it just plays the battle theme all the time. Yeah, like that. This game's camera is really weird too. Like, I like the fact that it's a controllable camera because the other Boost games don't have that. But it's a strange controllable camera because sometimes it's like this and fully rotatable, which is a good thing. That's how a controllable camera should act. But sometimes it's like this, where it just shifts around awkwardly and it's not useful for anything, and I just don't understand it. Hello. Werehog, if you're gonna throw it, at least throw it at the enemy. Cool, now's the part where I mash buttons and it dies because I go into Unleashed mode because I don't want to deal with it. I do like his little Unleashed scampering, though. He's like, it's funny stuff. It's very good stuff. This part reminds me of Castlevania, but yeah, I don't think these Werehog stages are very fun. I'm sorry. What do I need to lock onto? Oh, these. Cool. I think the platforming is fine, like it's functional. Although the Werehog lacks a consistent drop shadow. Like right now, he doesn't have a shadow under him, and that might not seem like an issue, but if you're like super intimate with platformer design, the shadows are how you can determine your character's location. They are absolutely a necessity. Every Sonic game needs a shadow, including Shadow the Hedgehog, which actually did have drop shadows, but I just thought it was funny to say. I don't like that game very much. By which I mean, I don't like Shadow the Hedgehog at all. The character I like just fine. He's pretty good. The game, I understand why people like it, because the objective thing is a cool idea in concept. I think they failed so miserably in execution that it's almost laughable. I know a lot of people disagree with me on that, and that's fine. I'm not doing that game until I have, like, a pretty significantly higher number of subs. And not like in a, I'm an arrogant guy and I'm gonna do it as a milestone sort of thing. It's like in a legitimate, I'm just not doing it without an audience because I don't have fun playing the game. And if I'm not having fun, then there better be a lot of people who are having fun for me to justify it to myself. The Werehog freaks me out with his, like, weird long arms and stuff. You can do some pretty fun acrobatics with the Werehog, though. I'll give credit. Because I'm not doing this the way it's intended, really. You're supposed to, like, do this stupid, like, long jumps. But you can sort of get him to curl into, like, a spin ball sort of motion, like that, by timing the jump press at the right time. So what I do is I just hold in the grab button at all times, and then time that. Plus that way you don't have to time anything. Like, I haven't actually timed a B button press. Like, it looks like I'm timing these really well, but I'm just holding the button. And if Sonic's in reach, he'll grab whatever he's supposed to be grabbing. It makes things a little bit ridiculously easy, and with this game, I'll take that. I genuinely don't remember the level design here. I honestly could not tell you the last time I played this level. How come when Sonic was here in his, like, good form, he was, there was, like, a big grind rail, but now there is no grind rail. That's odd. Like how viewership also dropped off when I got to the Werehog. We're done with the Werehog. He sucks. We're going back to daytime levels. It's just, I can't bring myself to finish that. It would have taken another, like, 8 minutes, and I just, We're going to be switching to the Wii version in about 20 minutes. So let's get the rest of the daytime stages out of the way. Next up is Holoska, however it's pronounced. I like this level a lot. I hated this level when I first played the game because I couldn't do it. I was like, it's impossible. But then, like, it got fun at some point. I don't know.
Here we go!
Again, I think every daytime level in this game is pretty much good. Like, I'm not sure there's really a low point. But yeah, Cool Edge is super fun. It's also very pretty. This game in general is known for being gorgeous, and, like, this level included. It's so good in the visual department. Really could not look better. I always hit that same enemy. I don't know why. Like, I know he's there. I just jump into him like a buffoon every time. I missed a shortcut, but it's like a very stupid minor shortcut. The level's also pretty tricky because it's got a whole lot of drifty areas, and it's on ice, so it just doesn't really work. I think it's sort of designed around not working, so I'm fine with it. I like the bobsled lots. I like it more in this version than in the Wii version. Basically, the Wii version is the worst version in every way to me, except I think in terms of its actual, like, structure, like, mechanically, I think it's worse in every department, but structurally, I think it's way more sound because it doesn't have to worry about sun medals or moon medals or any of that nonsense. It's just beat the levels. I can't say it's completely more sound because there's like a bajillion Werehog levels and like less daytime levels than in this version, which is lame. Okay, Sonic, you can just completely not... It made the rainbow ring sound, but he just went through it, so that's great. Yeah, this section used to be hard. This whole level, I think why I like it so much is it reminds me of Pac-Man World 2, which is kind of a random thing, but that's one of my favorite games of all time. Pac-Man World 2 is a straight-up excellent platformer, and it has a nice level with some similar gimmicks. Not exactly the same because, you know, Pac-Man World 2 is not super fast-paced like this. It has a nice pace to it. It's a very brisk game, but it's a regular-ass platformer, whereas this is a Sonic game. It's, like, ludicrously speedy all the time. At least when it's fast, because when this game's slow, it's really slow and boring. As we discussed, and I showed, again, at least in my opinion, I know a lot of people love the Werehog, and, like, I don't want to come across as, like, a hater or anything, because that's just not how I operate. Maybe in private, but never publicly, because, like, there's no reason to make people think, oh, my opinion must be wrong, because that's, you know, stupid. I thought I had to, oh yeah, this is where I stomp, and, like, the stomp just keeps going down, and it's really slow and awkward, but it's funny. I like what they were trying to do with it, but, like, they didn't do a good job. You don't boost there. I think you just sort of die, which is awesome. I love sections like that. It always makes me laugh. Like, it's not good design, but it's funny. And yeah, as you guys can't tell, this is not, like, the proper, I don't know how we survived that. This is not the proper, like, main Sonic stream of the, week, and it's also not my actual, like, Unleashed stream, because we're gonna complete the stories of both versions of Unleashed at a later date. Not this year, even. Probably not even early next year. It'll be like a good long while, but it should be next year sometime that we do at least one of them. Because I want to start branching out from just doing like the actual games. I want to start hitting up mods and other weird stuff, fan games, you know, that sort of thing. But let's see how we did. That's probably an S rank, or like an E, one of the two. There's no in between. It was an A, so there was an in between. I'm okay. Well, that's all right. I'm tired, but I'm gonna keep streaming for like another hour and a half. But let's see. We've done Spagonia, Apatos, Missouri, Adabat, Shamar. Hey, it's the level I don't like. It's also the one I don't replay. It's not that it's bad. I don't know why. It's just never appealed to me. I like the aesthetic and the environment and the music and stuff. Like visually, this is one of my favorite levels in the game. I like the idea of a Middle Eastern style level. I think it's super good. But the level design to me just is like kind of lame. Does make good use of your moveset, I say as I miss a lightspeed dash. Because it's got lots of drifty sections, but like I don't know this level's layout like at all pretty much. Some of the later parts are a little more memorable for me. But like yeah, I'm gonna be terrible. This is gonna be some like IGN style gameplay where like I'm clearly incompetent. Why does I clip through those guys? This is the game that made me learn the Xbox controller. Because, whoa. Is it gonna crash again? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna restart the stage and then I'm gonna exit because I think otherwise it'll crash. Because I'm not really willing to have my Xbox crash on me again. And if it's gonna crash, if it freezes here, we're just gonna go straight into the Wii version. Because, no, I want to do Chun Nan really badly, though. Yeah, it's for sure frozen there. Guess we're gonna have to restart the game. Because it's at least letting me do that. It's letting me restart the game. So we gotta reset it again. That's pretty cool. Haha, I love technical difficulties in my streams. That's the spice of life, after all, isn't it? Back into the game. Yeah, I might actually take a look at my disc. Worst case, if I have to order another copy of this game sometime, I totally will. I just don't want to, because, you know, money and stuff. But, I can. What stage should I do instead of Shamar? My right analog stick's really getting on my nerves. I hope I never have to play any shooters on my 360. Because I literally couldn't with this stick. There are actually a couple games that heavily use the right stick that I want to do eventually. Weird ones though. They're like Harry Potter games and stuff because I want to get to those not as a stream because I don't think anyone would watch those, but as a video. Well, yeah, probably one video for those, but I guess all we have left is Chun Nan and Empire City. So let's just do those. These stages are both super good, especially Chun Nan. This is one of the best stages I think in the whole series. This is such a fun level. It's weird because it doesn't do everything incredibly well. Like some of the level designs very, very hold, boost, and win. But that's okay because it looks so nice. Like, it is a thrill to play this. I was thinking of an area in colors there for some reason. That's why I boosted again in the air. That's a game I should do soon. I should do colors, like, in the next couple of streams. Ooh, my left bumper's not working either. I need to, like, get my control. I have to take my controller apart and clean it because it's being gross. Ooh, I didn't have enough speed to make the thing. Oh, no. What will I do? How come this game's not backwards compatible on Xbox One, by the way? That kind of infuriates me. Because if there's a game that deserves to be on a system that will run it a little smoother and make it look a little nicer, Sonic Unleashed. Like, yeah, I know they put Generations on. They put the adventure games and Generations, Sonic 4, which is actually how I did Sonic 4. I played it on my Xbox One when I streamed that last week, which that stream did remarkably well considering it's Sonic 4. Who cares about it? But, you know, apparently people do. I mean, I like Sonic 4, but I wouldn't call it, like, a significant game at all. Maybe in the history of the series as a whole, it kind of has, like, a moment because it was, like, the first console 2D game in such a long time, but no one liked it except a couple people. I was one of them. I really like Sonic 4. Both episodes. Either Eagle, that's probably ripped straight from 06. Yeah, my left bumper doesn't work at all right now. Like, it works. I can play, but it's being very, very, unresponsive. I have to hit it really, really hard, which is not ideal. It could also just be the game, because clearly my game's having some issues. Which maybe I should have tested it before streaming, but I never had any issues with it before, so... It could also just be my console, because this is an old white original 360 that has red ring before. Microsoft repaired it with during their repair service time back in the day, where they were like, we upped the warranty to 3 years. And then shortly after released the slim model that actually worked. I wasn't even an early adopter of the 360. 2 years in, there's no excuse for that. But, you know, It's in the past now. The Xbox One that I have works fine so far. We're going up because it's funny. This level's so pretty, though. And it's incredibly fun, too. It's also the only level I've seen extensive footage of the mobile version of Unleashed. I should talk about the mobile version. Ooh, it's a thing that exists. It's almost like a Sonic Rush style game, except it doesn't really function. Like, at all. It's terrible. Which I think is hilarious. Like, I'm a big fan of things that are just bad. That's why for every milestone on my channel, starting with 100 subscribers, I'm going to stream Bubsy 3D. Like, every single one. I already decided that. I'll do other stuff for them. Like, for 100 subs, I'm not doing anything else to celebrate, except... Okay, I thought I could make that jump because I haven't played this game in forever and I got confused. I thought I could, do that. But for every, like, thing I consider a personal milestone, so, like, 100 subs, 250 subs, 500 subs, 1,000 subs, etc., which I doubt I'll ever get that many. But with the amount of time and energy I put into the channel, which is more than I probably should given my time, but still. Please get on the rocket, Sonic. Thank you. That's a cool moment. Like, it's super good. If you just dive there, though, you'll hit the spikes, which is less good. I kind of want to switch to the, because the controls are lagging out. And it's not my monitor. It's my TV. It's fine. Because I'm playing this on my monitor, which is actually behind by a couple seconds. It's not supposed to be, but it kind of gets like that. We're going to do Empire City, and then we're going to, we're going to move on to the Wii version, which should be pretty fun, because I like the Wii version, which is not an overly common opinion for whatever reason, but I really like it. I think it's really good. Just not quite as good. But yeah, it should be interesting to take a look at that, because I don't know the last time I played the Wii version. Like, I mean, I put it in the Wii U, and, you know, made sure the disc ran, because it's been forever. This level's not in the Wii version, though. And we're doing the Wii version on the Wii U because it'll look slightly nicer with HDMI than it would through my component upscaler. I remembered this shortcut. I kind of forgot about it, then I remembered, but somehow I had enough leeway. How come the quick step's working now? That's really odd. Don't boost here, because you'll just die. Well, also don't do what I just did and just die. I wonder why the stream randomly died. That's okay. Chat doesn't need to be active. I'm entertained by the game. I sit crying to myself. But no, like, this whole level is stunning to look at. It's not a very accurate representation of New York. I will say that. I've been to New York a few times for various periods of time, and never, like, super extensively long or anything, but, you know, I can identify New York, you know? I have a basic understanding of it, and this is not how Manhattan's laid out. I wish it was more like this, though. It'd be very, very funny. Like if there were just tubes covered in spikes connecting random skyscrapers. I'd be super into that if I just looked up and saw this going on. Because I like going there on, like, trips and stuff. And, because it's one of my favorite places in the world. I love New York. It's a great city to just hang out in and visit. I was going to say I'm not sure if I'd want to live there, but, like, if I could afford it, because New York's incredibly expensive. Oh, totally. It's super good. It's a place I recommend everyone visit at least once. Like, if there's one place I'd recommend hitting up above all others, it would be New York, because it is unlike anywhere else I've ever been. And I've been to LA only once, granted, so I have a little more experience with New York, but not by much. And I spent a lot more time roaming around randomly in LA than I did in New York. Or at least I feel like I saw more of what LA has to offer than New York, but it's not because of anything New York does wrong. It's kind of the opposite. There's, like, so much to that city. It's ludicrous. This is not one of the things you can do in New York. This will get you arrested, and you'll die. So don't do this, because, you know, running around at the speed of sound in the city is not great. Also, these bridges are not quite this long. They're really long. The Brooklyn Bridge is massive, but it also does not lead to another part of Manhattan. Like, Manhattan is connected to everywhere else by bridges and tunnels, yes, but none of the bridges and tunnels go from Manhattan to Manhattan. I mean, there's subways. I'm surprised they didn't incorporate the subways anywhere here. Like, all those rails for Sonic to grind on. In real life, he'd be electrocuted. He'd die. I guess he just gets on another bridge back, so it makes sense. I know technically this isn't, oh, I totally jumped that. I know this technically isn't New York. It's Empire City. But, like, what's that based on? You know? I do love this game's aesthetic, though. Like, they did such a good job making the real world Sonic-y. Like, way better than they almost had any right to. There's a couple Empire State Buildings out there in the horizon of this game. Damn it. I was trying to land on the rails down here. You can do it. You can skip a huge chunk of level by just bailing like this. Please. Yeah. That's fun. I love skipping stuff in Sonic games by jumping down and grinding sections. It's very fun. And then immediately having to backtrack. Oof. I thought I hit the buttons in the right order. I'm getting, like, really tired and bored of this version of the game. There's nothing against this version of the game at all. I, again, prefer it and I love it. It's just, like, I want to play the Wii version already. We have to do this level first, though. Maybe I'll mark the Wii version as a separate stream. I might actually do that. Here you actually do have to kill everyone in order to make the thing appear. I find it funny how they're like, the Werehog is much more powerful than Sonic and can destroy things. And I'm like, okay, but Sonic can kill things in one hit with a booster homing attack, and it takes the Werehog like 8 minutes of punching. It's clearly much less impressive. But, oh well. Stream's been about an hour. I think what I'm going to do is actually break the Wii version off into its own stream. Just because I have to do a little bit of setup. So I'll retitle this to 360. And then I'm going to split off and do the Wii version as its own separate mini stream. Partially so it sends out another notification so people rejoin. But, yeah. We'll be back after a few minutes. Basically long enough for YouTube to reset into a second stream. I'll see you guys then. Also, I really like this game, if you didn't guess.